I call the Aleppo Township Legislative Meeting of December 21st, 2020 to order at 7 p.m. We'll skip the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. Roll call, please.
President Jones?
Present.
Vice President Williams? Not yet. Commissioner Darrow?
Present.
Commissioner Richard?
Present.
Commissioner Haluka?
Present.
Solicitor Stone?
Present.
And I see Commissioner Williams has joined the meeting.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, present, Art.
Present.
Harlan, would you once again explain the procedures of the remote meeting?
Sure. So I'll give the short version. We continue to operate under Act 15, which was the state act, which allowed us to conduct our meetings remotely through authorized telecommunications methods, which is what Zoom is. And as long as we provide an opportunity for citizen participation, either before, during, or after the meeting, we do that through Gwen, and we publish our agenda, or our meeting minutes, I'm sorry. Following the meeting, we also publish our agenda prior to the meeting. All of this complies with Act 15 and the governor's emergency orders.
Thank you, Harlan. I hear a motion to approve the December 14th workshop meeting minutes.
So move. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Police report, Chief.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
For November was pretty quiet. Total of 70 calls, 42 of those being EMS assists. So with some citations issued in them. Other than that, nothing of major importance to point out. Does anybody have any questions for me, concerns, or issues?
Any questions?
Nothing, Chief.
One
Wow.
thing, wish all the officers and yourself a Merry Christmas, Chief.
Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And same to all of you.
Fire,
No report.
emergency management.
We are status quo. They've started vaccinating hospital personnel. MC got hers today. They should be vaccinating Masonic within 3 weeks. So SNFs will probably, well, they are the next on the list. The debate is whether the next 1B is 75 and over, and skilled nursing facilities. So the question and debate, I was just dealing with this today. The question and debate is under 75 in skilled nursing facilities. So it's unclear because the guideline says over 75 and skilled nursing facilities, and first responders are lumped into the next group. So there's a question, if you're 62 in a skilled nursing facility, do you still follow in the group? Everybody seems to feel strongly that you should, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, everything is status quo.
And for the benefit of prevention, Judy, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. I had to defer my vaccination because I have very high antibodies right now. So I have to defer for 90 days. MC had a mild case, so she was able to be vaccinated. It's a weird thing, but yeah, I'm doing well, and it's kind of nice to know that I can't get it and can't give it for a little while.
Thank you. Public Works.
You have your report. The guys have been putting up some new street signs, decorating the building for the township building for the holidays, and trees and lights outside and things. Some new tires, have had to clean up several dead animals, patched a few potholes, repaired the salt spreader, have been plowing and salting the roads, and they're in the middle of a large garage reorganization project right now.
And I think the fact that there were no complaints about the snow removal, congratulations.
No
Oh, they did a
complaints.
fantastic job.
Yeah,
Fantastic job.
yeah. They put in a long couple days in there.
And thank you also, Chief. Communications?
I don't think we have anything unless something popped up that I didn't notice when.
No, I don't have anything.
We have our Amazon
Anything?
meeting next Monday, next week.
Thank
So
you.
we'll address some litter and stuff like that.
Planning and zoning. And would you give a little background on the proposed motion?
Sure. This plan is you have in your packet, and there's a property owner on Ferry Road, and he has a large parcel, and he already owned a smaller parcel, and then he's purchasing another smaller parcel from an adjoining property owner, and he's combining the two smaller parcels into his one larger parcel along Ferry Road. So this is a subdivision plan that's really a lot consolidation plan. He's taking those two smaller ones and adding them to his existing property. And the planning commission recommended approval, and so did Ben, the engineer.
Do I hear a motion to approve, deny, table?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I'm going to say that was a motion to approve. You picked approve out of those three options, yes.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Hey, I have to say, with your background, you have a Snowden appearance.
What's that?
You have a Snowden appearance.
I'm trying. Something different.
So the tax collector treasurer's report.
How is everybody? Good to see you. Thanks for having me. You should all have the November report that I put together. As you can see, we collected around $39,000 in total taxes for the month of November, which puts us about almost $7,000 above our budget for the year, and we still have another month to go. So just kind of let you know that. As you can see, total monies on hand was a little over $2 million. When you take out all the pledged and targeted funds, we have net operating funds of $1,197,751.71 as of right now. So, and then the budget looks good as well for 2021. So,
Great. Any questions?
Red flags, please.
yes,
Any red flags?
none that I can see.
Okay, thank you.
Do I hear a motion to approve the November bill list, et cetera?
So moved. Motion to approve November bill list in the amount of $31,902.18, to ratify the November prepaid bills in the amount of $19,960.37, and to ratify November payroll transfers in the amount of $15,616.45.
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Motion to adopt the 2021 real estate tax rate ordinance. Any comment, Gwen?
Yeah, the millage, this is the one that sets the millage for the upcoming year, and the millage will stay the same at 3.5 mils for 2021.
I hear a motion to that effect.
Motion that we adopt the 2021 real estate tax ordinance as set forth in the meeting
Is there a
package.
second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Do I hear a motion to adopt the 2021 budget ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion
Good job,
passes.
Glenn.
Thank you. Thanks for doing it.
Do I hear a motion to exonerate the following real estate taxpayers?
I make a motion to exonerate the following real estate taxpayers. Michelson at 106 Timber Lane Court, with a refund of $58.31. Michelson 106, that's the same. Masonic
It's
Villages,
Here.
Graham, Oh, I'm sorry. Michelson, Evan 106 Timber Court for 2019 for a refund of 126.92. Masonic Village of the Grand Lodge of PA 775 Redgate, 2019 refund of $161.21. Purdue, Chance, and Kelly 403 Trailside for a refund 2019 of $68.94. Purdue, Chance, and Kelly 403 Trailside for 2018, a refund of $157.85.
There a second?
Second.
And could you just give a brief explanation of what this is?
Sure. When somebody goes and appeals their property taxes, and it gets reduced, then this is a formality that this exoneration means that the tax collecting agencies are not charged with collecting the full amount. It's allowing them to give, to try to collect this lower amount. So it's the procedure for when somebody wins a tax appeal and has their taxes reduced a little bit.
Any further discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Aleppo Township Authority.
The authority at its meeting last week adopted a water budget for 2021 that has no rate increase. The sewer budget was tabled because we need some additional information in order to finalize that budget. That information includes what's going to be the capital contribution part of the amount due to Sewickley, and what's going to be done with regard to the funds from the recent refinancing. So we'll get to that hopefully early in the new year. Also, Bill and Dave spent a bunch of time going through the pump station on Deer Run with a eye toward what needs to be done there to bring that station up to snuff with regard to alarms and the like. They're finalizing their list of work, which looks like it's going to be somewhere in the $45,000 to $50,000 range. And that's it for now.
Gwen, on a similar,
Dan,
I'm sorry.
question. Dan, question. What has happened? Bring me up to speed on what has happened, if anything, on the issues that we had with those very expensive pumps that kept breaking down. I haven't heard any talk about it since then.
Since they've been modified, they're working as expected.
Oh.
Haven't had issues with them. The main issues at the pump station is alarms that were supposed to have been installed originally were never installed or were not maintained. So we've missed a bunch of alarms.
Okay. I'm aware of those. Thank you very much.
Yep, you're welcome.
Within this report, Gwen, was the Act 537 plan submitted?
I know that it was cleared by all of you to be submitted, so I didn't get confirmation from Dave if it was. Dan, maybe you know?
I think Dave was in the process of submitting that at the last meeting, which was last week.
Anything else from the authority? Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority.
I have MC's report. Quaker Valley had a total of 175 billable ambulance calls in October. It's an increase of 45 trips compared to the previous month, which was 130. Total monthly billable calls decreased by only 7 calls in comparison with October 2019. They've repaved the parking lot, so they've done some capital improvement. Operations are still going well. They've only had, despite all of this, they've only had 1 positive test. It was a part-time employee who tested positive, but has remained asymptomatic and has finished with her 14-day required quarantine. So they've had no incidences that affected operations at all. So end of report.
Thank you, Judy. Quaker Valley COG.
As you know, we're all invited to a meeting to listen to the presentation on the ASO plan revised, and that occurred. There were 6 or 7 of us there, along with Gwen and myself, and it was a very thorough. Caroline did a very thorough job in walking us through all the details with it, and it appears that we'll have a plan which was superior to the one that we had in terms of detail and planning going forward. So that fulfills our public meeting on the ASO plan. Is that correct, Gwen?
It does fulfill the public meeting requirements, yes. And last week we talked about the ASO resolution being on the agenda this week, but Harlan had a couple questions and we're coordinating that with Osborne and Sewickley. So we're all going to just review it in the next couple weeks, and we're all looking to adopt in January.
Okay.
And Gwen, as you and I discussed, a significant part of the completion of this plan is that it initiates our review of ordinance, et cetera. Could you give a brief description of that?
So now that once the plan is finalized and adopted, we will be moving into the zoning ordinance review phase. And we, next month on your agenda, you'll have the proposal from HRG to update our zoning ordinance. And we will be looking at the whole thing. They have a list, we have a list. Our planning commission has a list of issues that they want to look at. And we will also be coordinating with Sewickley and Glenn Osborne to make sure that we still share some of the same uses and make sure that our ordinances do fit together.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments about the ASO? Mr. Solicitor.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm working on a decision on the Trapezonia matter that you voted on at your workshop meeting, and I'll be issuing that decision in the next few days.
Any changes?
No, it'll be the same. It'll be based on your vote, your motion, your vote, and the conditions that were attached to it.
All right, unfinished business. Judy will make Sally's appointment A1.
Go ahead.
Would somebody like to make that motion?
Motion to make the following appointments effective January 1st, 2021. Sally Shipley to fill the vacancy chair for 2021. Dan Darrow to the Aleppo Township Authority for a 5-year term ending December 31st, 2025. Lisa Mullen to the Planning Commission for a 4-year term ending December 31st, 2024. Braden Blosser to the Zoning Hearing Board for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Is there any new business? Is there any citizen participation, Gwen?
I have not received any. No.
I don't think there's an executive session required. So holiday wishes to everyone.
Go Steelers.
Sorry we couldn't do cookies and coffee again this year. Like hopefully next year we can invite our residents back in and we can get back to some of that normal stuff.
Oh,
Judy,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
Since you brought up the Steelers, remember who that guy is up in the upper right-hand corner. He used to quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
Go Steelers.
Go Bills.
I was about to ask Dan where his heart truly lie, but yeah.
Sensitive ground, Harlan. Sensitive ground.
So happy holidays to everybody. Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah, happy holidays, everybody.